Hey everyone, Brian from Brian for President. This is my second video. I tried to set up the voice meter settings, both the inputs and the leveling, to provide a pretty big audio dimming. So once you steer stuff coming out of the machine, it's going to dim quite heavily, about 10 dB. Anyway, I think I've set it up. There's still a little lag from here to there, so it's in my head a bit after I say it. So if I stutter, once again, that's why. Okay, new remix. This is Eternalize by John Demena. Just to give you a quick preview, this is just the left channel of the reference mix. A really cool jump part. I also like the bass. So that's the main vocal track there. So basically what I like to do when I remix is reinvent, as you guys know. So I'm just going to use this for now. Maybe I'll pull in some other tracks from the stems, but basically I'm going to start here. Okay, get rid of that. Really sweet song. Gosh, that echo in my head. Sorry about that. Cool song to start out with this, but we're going to actually get rid of this. Oh, look at that donation where, yeah, anyway, once I figured out the best way, this is a way to map the mic to the ASIO output. I'll let you guys know. So far, voice meter has been it. It's so laggy, though, that I'm still not going to buy it just yet. All right, minimize that. Drag vocal here, just like my previous. You say vocal main. All right. So, first step, as you all know from perhaps my first video, is to start slicing. Something about your eyes I want to know. There's something. So this is 92 actually. They speak of memories, fears, and hopes. What makes you feel? So auto snap will let it lock in to the 92 cut where you hit it. Mono off lets you play your slices together. Mono on makes like a drum kit slice, whereas one will stop the next. All right, so here we go. Something about your eyes I want to know. There's something about your eyes. Cut it right there. Memories, fears, and hopes. What makes you feel so wrong? We are more than God ever wanted us to be. I'm gonna let this one run. Who get up off your knees, 'cause our freedom's never free. Cut right here. By your resurrection, go and save your soul. Let your imperfections take control. There is nothing left for us to see. Point your finger at me, but you don't know what I've seen. Okay, so basically we know that at some point it's going to start repeating like chorus. So we're just going to look for unique phrases like the next verse. Beyond your eyes, nobody knows. Something beyond. Okay, that's unique, right? So we definitely want to slice here and start here. There's something beyond your eyes. Can actually kill this one. There's something beyond your eyes nobody knows. Something that seems so strong. Cut here. Feelings that burn like fire, wonders and walls. Why can't you let them go? We are. See, that's probably the same as previously. Even the waveforms
look the same, or ish.
Off your needs, 'cause our freedom's never free.
So let's test that.
We are more than God ever wanted us to be. We are more than God ever wanted.
Pretty sure the second part is the same too.
So get out.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason I do this is basically for remixes, especially. You generally don't need every repeat of the vocal lines. Okay. So we're just gonna cut out this one here. So slice that here and kill that off. Because we already have it. We can trigger it with a mouse, right? Or with the pad. Alright, okay, so let's see what we got.
By your resurrection, go.
But again, that's this.
By your resurrection, go and save your soul. Let your imperfections take control.
No, we know that we can kill this right here.
Go and save your soul. Let your imperfections take control. There is nothing left for us. There is nothing left for us to see. Point your finger at me, but you don't know what I've seen. There is nothing.
Waveforms look pretty different there, so let's check this out.
Point your finger at me. By your resurrection, there is nothing left for us to see. Point your finger at me, but you don't know.
So but you don't know what I mean. That's unique. So I don't know. We could keep it, or we could make it just that one.
Point your finger at me.
Here's the but you don't, right? But that's not there.
Resurrection, who will save your soul? Let your.
So what I'm gonna do is kill. Well,
there is nothing left for us to see.
Trying to decide which I like better.
Finger at me. By your resurrection, who will save your soul?
What I'll do, actually, I'll slice here. That way I can choose to use this one or this one. Either way, it'll lead into that. There's verse 2. Verse 1. Okay.
There is nothing. There is. By your resurrection, we are. By there is nothing.
So it's.
By your resurrection, who will save your soul?
Yeah, the waves are almost identical.
Take control. There is nothing. There is nothing left.
So we need to kill that off too.
Point your finger at me, but you don't know what I see.
Let's see if it has the but you don't know. Right.
By your resurrection, who will save your soul? Let your imperfections take control. There is nothing left for us to see.
Oh, see, that's unique.
Point your finger at me, but you don't know what I've seen.
So because of that, I like that. Everything else is the same, right? So, but for a remix, it's kind of cool to get accents. So I'm slicing out the stuff that's the same. There we go. Zoom in. Right? That kind of, it almost sounds like affected, but it's for us, right? For us.
There is nothing left for us to.
It's got that for us.
There is nothing left for us to.
So I like that. I like that. So I'm gonna make sure to keep that.
There is nothing left for us to.
But what I might do is like do that.
For us to. For us. For us to.
Oop, got bit of the last bit. Yeah, we just want that. So that's too tight. There. We can make a cool like pattern or effect out of that. I might make that in an intro. Who knows? Okay. That's all we need to do. And the rest of that is repeat. Okay, we're almost done slicing. About ready to start making music. Let's see what's at the back end here.
By your resurrection, go and save your soul.
More of this.
By your resurrection,
but let's make sure it doesn't have any cool inflections like that.
Go and save your soul. Let your imperfections take control. There is nothing left for us to see. Point your finger at me.
So far, repeat.
By your resurrection, who will save your soul? Let your imperfections take control. There is
Cool vocals overall, though. Overall, God, echo in my head. Sorry. Hopefully in future videos, I think I got the audio leveling, but the lag is still there, so it screws with my headphones as I speak. Hopefully, though, as we progress the song, my narration will be well on top, so you guys can hear what I'm trying to say. It seemed, I gotta apologize, I was blabbing. It seemed to me, though, that we can chop that.
By your resurrection, who will save your soul? Let your imperfections take control. There is nothing left for us to see.
There's that accent right here.
Finger at me, but you don't know what I've seen.
I have that scene, right?
There is nothing left
Actually,
for us to see.
I like that phrase itself.
Point your finger at me, but you don't know what
Yep. But you don't know what I'm.
to see. Point your finger, you don't
Oops.
know what I've seen. You don't know, but you don't know.
Oh, there's the butt.
But you don't know what I've seen. But you don't know. There is nothing left for.
Okay.
There is nothing, but you don't know. But you don't.
If you hear that, so I've got the narration gated right here. If you use voice meter, you can boost. That's me. Here's machine. So here's machine right here, and by boosting it, it helps the auto dim. Basically, this audibility knob kind of increases or decreases gate. So you can see it'll silence clicks and stuff. Typically around 6 to 7 is pretty good. Anyway, you can tell I've been playing with this a bit. So yeah, let's jump in now. Actually, that I like the 6 better. There we go. Okay, let's jump back now and just press apply. After you slice a waveform like this, right? Pressing apply assigns that to the pads. Right click, remove that pattern. If you guys are curious why I did that, if you go and look at the piano roll for that pattern, it's every one in order. So you can just hit play right here. So it's going to trigger it.
There's something about your eyes I want to know. There's something about your eyes.
And that's fine, but I don't want it to play back, you know, how it was when I play it back for me. So first thing, ADSR. You want every pad, right? Not one shot, because otherwise, as you hit pads, they're just gonna stack. Hear that? That's a mess. Okay, turn off machine audio, turn it back on ADSR. Okay. as I said in a previous video, if it's vocals, VC2A, vocal presets. If you haven't, this is great soft tube provided with complete Ultimate. It's a great soft tube amp. You can buy it separately, but it does come in the bundle. And I usually start vocals here. So, and a lot of times I'll add this.
What makes
Sometimes it works, especially female EDM. Not as much with rock, but we'll see. Actually, still like it. But maybe let's go low. Oh yeah, that's huge now. So now, okay, good. Replica. Replica is the initial. XT is kind of the graduation. Tons more prefixes or presets. And Thick Fox is also good. Oh yeah. So now we got a huge vocal sound.
we are more than
Okay, so as I said, oops, new project. So we need to save this down. Sorry, mic fell down there. Okay, John Demena, Eternal Eyes. So I jumped ahead. You didn't need to watch me typing out this. So we have a brand new project, other than then, of course, the vocals. And even though it's 92, I think I'm gonna go into DMB 180 for it. So, like I did last time, I like to set up a pattern that's
there's something about your eyes.
This sets the mood, right? Let's do a 4. So that's a 2. Let's do a 4. Okay, so I'm just gonna trigger this, let it run for 4, and so now we have that.
Speak of memories, fears, and
Oops, I wanted this one. There we go. But as you know, that's a pickup, right? So we need to put that at the back of the pattern. Right about here, right? Oh, that's a long pickup. Wow, really long.
There's something about
close.
your eyes I want to know. There's something about your eyes I want to know. There's something.
If you guys need to isolate a pickup, decrease your grid, nudge it one more.
I want to know. There's something about.
That's still not quite.
Your eyes. There's something about. There's something about. There's something. There's something about.
So what I'm going to do is leave that for now, because sometimes the feel, even though I know it's not perfect, but what I'm saying is you'll see as we bring in some instruments here.
There's something about your eyes I want to know.
Not what I'm looking for.
There's something.
Maybe. We'll see.
Something about
Nope.
your eyes.
Oh, that's more like a.
Something about your eyes I want to know. There's something about your eyes I want to know. There's something about your eyes I want to know. There's something about your eyes I want to know.
It's kind of cool.
There's something about your eyes. There's something about your eyes I want to know.
So I'd bring that actually about here. Also see the no is about on 3, which is kind of cool. Actually, I liked it back right there. Nope, it's here. The old pal drum set. You can go to draw mode right here. Of course, accent the quarters. Bring it up at the end. So I like oops. Add the drum. Keep bumping my mic. Sorry about that. So, see how this it's got a mood already? By this time, I'm gonna apply a mastering chain. This basically gives me the end result of the feeling I get. I know it's totally backwards for you guys who are used to mastering tracks, and especially mastering engineers, but here we go. So, basically take... I like this one because of the bass. This one has a bit of mid response with the whom whum. And because I like that enough, I might do 2. Yep, 2. But it's not bassy enough for DMB, so crank that a bit. There we go. Okay, so vocal main, it sounds too clean right now, right? So instead of the produced voice, what I'm gonna do is add like something like maybe we go back to this actually. Maybe this is where I need to change. Something needs a bit more, you know, grit. It's not bad. That with I like that enough to where I'm gonna actually keep that as my vocal effects. That's kind of cool. So this is how I make tracks. I just fool around until something pops out that sounds cool. So the metronome's on. Let me turn that off. Like that. Okay, so in fact, for now, we're gonna kill this, right? That's them 2 together, but for now, Okay, so I've got a mood. This isn't big enough though. A lot of these kits, by the way, they come with internal chains that comes with machine. That's all these. I generally find it a little bit better to reassign those to like VC2H drum chains and then throw on like a tarp rig, like. There we go. Actually. That's better. So in sessions where I'm not recording, I spend a lot more time here tweaking patterns or making a brand new pattern, but I like to show you with these videos my process, typically the first hour, and then obviously I go and tweak from there and end up with the full remix. So at this point I'm gonna make 2 or 3 tweaks but then keep creating rather than tweak. Okay, first thing is this bass right here. It's already pretty cool, right? But add actually, if you automate, see this ice size is really cool and you automate it. So you breathe. I like that. There we go. Okay. So that's all good, but that was just something I threw in, just being fun. Driver. Okay, so you guys have seen me like breathe. The reason why. So now we have a pretty cool. If you take out ice, still pretty cool. But if you add ice and then maybe a replica XT, too much. Might be too much. Let's see how it fits in with the everything else. Needs a 2A or a 7A. I'm sorry, 76. Sometimes it's cool to combine 2A and a 76. In this case, I think we've killed it. Yeah. So we're gonna. There's where I want it. Jumping up and then cutting out. All right. So we got a mood set here, right? But it's not very musical. If you're just going for, infinite techno loop or whatever, it'd be good. But I like to make things a little bit more musical, instrumental. Let's see. Go all instruments, and I'm thinking like a choir. That'd be kind of cool. So, first thing you want to do, of course, name your track. If you guys haven't used Machine before, it's really flexible. It has a lot of settings, include like pad mode, keyboard. When you're in keyboard, you can then choose like chord or chromatic or jazz or Japanese scales. You can also play. I have a complete S61 next to me, so I can just play. It's let me solo this. So we're in nice E minor. So what we could do here is play something, but what I sometimes have fun with is these chord sets. So we're going to go to minor fourth and then adjust the hardware to have the root of E. So now with this playing, but of course we'll need, once again, anything with vocals, seriously, VC2A. I know I use it tons. Everybody has their favorite plugins, but too much. Let's go back to the preset. That's good. No, not that one. Alright, so I like that. Okay, so what? Notice how that choir's way too on top. You can, of course, just level it here or with the actual leveling a machine. If you guys haven't used Machine before, it's got its own mixer up here too, so you can bring things down and pat them over. So if So what we're going to do is sidechain these. See this kick here? I'll show you. We have a couple kicks in this kit, but kick one is actually firing. You can see that. So this is B1, sound 1. Okay, so what we're going to do is add a compressor, sidechain that on B1 S1, and create a new pattern, which is here. Okay, hit record. It's kind of funny, the start is actually toward the end. Probably how I introduced the vocals. Down here, right? Yep, let's see. So, easy fix. If you want to, you could musically keep it like that if you want, but drop this a bar or two. Come to these, select everything, and drop that a bar or two. And then reset. There's the start. Well, let's see what happens if we just put it, at 1. Let this play out. What does that sound like? Oh, that's why that's right there. There's long pickup. Plus, we've got this big vocal chain. So we need to play against the pickup of not only the vocal line, but the effects intro, right? So here's where you figure out where you want to place your trigger to start your phrase. See that? It's kind of 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that might be cool if we have 1 here. Oops, I had it muted. So we gotta let it go once, right? Because it's about picking up here. Okay, so I see what's going on. Okay. Yep, okay. Oh, forgot to record. It's off right there. You can actually just select it and quantize. I'll jump to the front. And it's a good time to save, but it actually sounds a bit organic, but you can see it's off at least a 16th. Yeah. So you can actually select everything and nudge it right on, even quantize it. But sometimes that's too robotic. Just without that. I don't know, I kind of like it better. So play around, figure out what sounds best to you. This is a bit busy, so I'm going to make another pattern and just do the 8 grid and actually draw this. Sounds better. I think these need something. Okay, so we're building a main theme or feel. This is about the time when I play around with the main vocals. I don't want to record, I just play around on the pads.
There's something about your eyes I want to know. There's something about your eyes.
Clearly it's being buried. Add a lot of effects, or you could just go to your mixer and grab all these, pull them down, and make sure the vocals generally pan it where it's not being taken too much. So sometimes if you have your kits on the left, put the vocals on the right. There's, you know, plenty of other better ways to do this, of course. There we go.
Speak of memories, fears and hopes.
So that clunk, 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 that's me jamming on the pads.
More than God ever wanted us to be.
Okay, so I like everything, but you can hear that it's kind of a wall of sound. That's because this groove here, notice it's cool, right? But there's not a lot of, there's nothing really making the groove. The hats help, right? Actually, soloed. There we go. We should probably pull that out. It's kind of cool. There we go. Okay, so we just need, at this point, it is 184, so you can't just bring in 4 on the floor, right? It needs to be DMB, but it needs to like stand out, right? So we need an actual bottom end groove. Oops, don't want to load it over the top. Undo. All right, there we go. Almost perfect. Okay, so you can hear there's like a bunch of stuff. That's almost up. Survive. So again, for a lot of these videos, I'll just pick something and play. Sometimes I redo the pattern myself or tweak it. I try to keep the video run times low though. In fact, where are we at? 41. Jeez. All right. So I'm going to pick up the pace. All right. So what do I like? Nope. 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 Yeah, let's do this. All right, for the sake of the video. Just adding some boost effects change. Okay, so it's about the point where I'm happy with the overall theme. I can develop this into an intro and start adding lyrics. So let's see what we can do in, about 15 minutes. I try to keep these an hour or less. Okay, so first things, intro, right? May as well. So, duplicate. And also choose some things that you like. Clearly the choir, come on, I mean that's obvious. But it reduced. That's obvious now, we boosted that too much. There we go. So how about, that's kind of cool, and I'm gonna loop this. But what about? So the Giant is really cool. If you don't know, the really sweet piano VST has presets for like cinematic and basic, jazz and pop. But really cool stuff. So I'm just gonna play something on the S1 to give this intro a bit of kind of a airy feel. Oh, that one's very cinematic. I need something. Okay, let's it's dead in the mix. Hold on. Come back to that window. For an intro element, sometimes I'll use Maximizer to just put way out front, okay? So it's not recording. Okay, so I have some pretty decent delay on there. Again, I had to use WA, Sappy, and voice meter. So I'm going to try to play an intro, but got some significant delay. So here goes nothing. I'll just hit record. Alright, here we go. Whoops. So, if you're gonna record an intro that's 8, you need a 8 bar, right? Okay, so I'm still in paint mode. Delete all that. And make the pattern 8. There we go. Okay. Now we can actually do it. It's awesome. I have to be on the right sound too. Let's look at the piano roll. Jeez, it's off. Because it was about, I'd say, half second behind what I was playing. That was awesome. So, cool thing about Machine is you got a grid, you can nudge it. I'm going to try a different... There we go. There. Actually, it's so hard to tell what I was playing because it's so far behind. That's the one. Anyway, again, runtime video. I'd tweak some more, but let's make this sound cool and move on. I'm going to copy and paste an octave up. So this is nudge it. Same. There, something like that. Oh, this definitely needs that. Although, I'm thinking I need something, right? Something underneath. I could play it, you know, sometimes I might do my own kit or just play a group, but I'm trying to, we got 49. Oops, I kept that non-minimized. Oh well. Okay, so. Okay, let's go back here. There we go. That's decent. In fact, check this out. At this point, I might make a chop intro, right?
We are Capella.
this one, that's kind of nice, but I don't want, you know, the whole thing doing that. And in fact, the clean vocal line is probably not the one that I want doing this. So I'm just going to make a pattern down here and paste those MIDI notes on the piano roll. And so now there, but it's got to make the pattern the same one. Actually, I kind of liked them together. But I don't want this the whole time. So what I'm going to do is duplicate the pattern and double it to the full phrase or intro length and introduce it only at the backhand. Okay, so here's where structure kind of comes in. So you can see that was a bit abrupt. So what I'm going to do is take this, but kind of bring it over there. Okay, so basically you have to remove as you add. Fat fingers. So clearly it needs some sort of swell. We've got an 8-bar swell here. I could use Rev, which is a really cool instrument. But sometimes I just like to come to the one-shots. And go to like swells. I hit stop to see what these sound like. Oh, that's a nice long one. That's what I'm looking for. So sometimes you'll, yeah. Okay, so this the effects chain going on here. It's our replica chain. So apparently it has a. When it plays, it cuts itself off, but if you let it die, you would have to envelope it out, or, you know, actually use that as a sort of a artistic break. So anyway, keep that in mind when you've got enveloped or automated effects. Okay, basically what I was doing over here, though, is adding a swell, and turn everything back on. We've got it here. Swells are one-shots, so we're going to drop it and play. That was pretty cool, but I think I'll put it on 5. Dump it up a lot. Okay. Oh, never mind. It was doing its thing. I just couldn't hear it. So in that case, I wanted probably something like this. So you could tell it was a bit early. So let's try it. Nice. Okay. At this point, I mean, basically, right, everybody wants to hear John's cool lyrics. Even if you're remixing, don't forget to include the signature parts of it. There's that guy again. Whoop, it was up here. And yeah, basically it's this replica chain right there. I might even change that just because it does that, but I'll fool with that later. We're 55 in. Okay, so what I want to do, I've done, you know, from scratch creation, concept, intro progression. So I think I'll end the video with the construction of a verse, and you guys will have yet again another idea how I progress. So thanks again for watching, and let's keep going. All right, so
your eyes, I want to know. There's something about your eyes. Let's speak of memories.
So that's a pickup into the next. So I'll duplicate that. But the trigger had to be in the previous scene due to the pickup. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Never mind. Sorry. This is just driving me nuts. Okay. What is going on? We're just gonna. There's tons of good stuff here. Yeah, even the knife is fine. Okay, all right.
About your eyes, I want to know. There's something about your eyes. Let's speak of memories, fears and hopes. What makes you feel so wrong? Your eyes, I want to know. There's something about your eyes, I want to know. About your eyes, I want to know. There's something about your eyes. Let's speak of memories, fears.
So here's the pickup. As you can tell, it's off, right? So what you do, come here and you adjust the trigger time.
We are more than God.
Oops, I dragged up, right? So the note is the phrase. Here's what we want. Sometimes also, just, you know, because of the video, here's the pad. Right? So a decent pickup. I like that vocal, though. So sometimes it's easier just to play it instead of doing it, you know, with the piano roll. That's almost there, I think.
What makes you feel so wrong?
Let's try that one more.
Let's speak of memories, fears and hopes. What makes you feel so wrong?
30-second grid. Back to.
Let's speak of memories, fears and hopes.
With the delay, I can't sing to it.
So wrong.
But that's what I was looking for there. No, I want to bam.
Let's speak of memories, fears and hopes. What makes you feel so wrong?
It's pretty good. Okay, we're coming up on an hour, so I'll probably kill it soon. But I want to show you like how you would take like, you know, this into a full song. Obviously, I've only done like one verse plus intro, so much more time into this, but again, these videos are designed to give you a glimpse into my process from file new. Okay, so this actually, if you agree that's too much of an intro, what I'm gonna do, oops, undo insert. I'm gonna actually use this as this outro, and this actual same scene is going to be a simplified intro because I just think there's too much there. I think with just this, yeah.
Your eyes, I want to know. There's something about your eyes. We are. Something about your eyes, I want to know. There's something about your eyes. Something about your eyes, I want to know. Something about your eyes, I want to know. Something about your eyes. Speak of memories, feelings and hopes. What makes you feel so wrong? Something about your eyes, I want to know. There's something about your eyes. Something about your eyes, I want to know. There's something about your
So I kind of level in line occasionally, right? Because things kind of change as you go. Obviously, you automate some leveling, but occasionally as the feeling of the song changes, I come back and adjust. Obviously, you don't want everything clipping either, so pay attention to that. You know, I'm no mastering engineer. I'll never claim that. So, yeah.
Something about your eyes, I want to.
Okay, so we're 103.
Something about your eyes, I want to know. There's something about your Something about your eyes, I want to know. There's something about your eyes. Let's speak of memories, feelings and hopes. What makes you feel so wrong? Let's speak of memories, feelings and hopes. What makes you feel so wrong? Something about your eyes, I want to know. There's something about your Something about your eyes.
So I decided to try to bring it up right here and add some cool, like, you know, effects. No, that's not, not that. Well, I don't know. Kind of point and pick is what I usually do. Not. Oh, actually, this would be good. Point and pick. And then loop, right? Okay, so loop, basically whatever scene you have selected, then when you play, it starts within that scene. It's provided this light gray bar up at the top is within that. So that's clearly not what we want. So looks like I don't have one of the samples. Without that, but so here, I might take a groove like this and actually transition this song somewhat into that slow DMB, right? So it kind of feels very melodic and nice still, which I like. But I would take a transition, something like this, and really push it into that, you know, high tempo, high intensity, true drum and bass feel, using something like this as a bridge. So you'll have to see what I come up with in the later remix version. As for this video, I think we're about done. 107. So let me play it from the top. And once again, thanks for watching. This is Brian from Brian for President. B4P Media on Instagram. B4P_music on Twitter. Brian for President, FOR, by the way, on SoundCloud. And if you just go to Google and Google Brian for President, you'll see me on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere, including all the links I just mentioned. So have fun out there. Thanks again for watching.
Something about your eyes I want to know. There's something about your eyes. Something about your eyes I want to know. There's something about your eyes. They speak of memories, fears and hopes. What makes you feel so wrong? They speak of memories, fears and hopes. What makes you feel so wrong? Something about your eyes I want to know. There's something about your eyes.
So here, did you know that's something about that just doesn't work? Okay, so that outro. So what I'm going to do is I like this up to that the we. So I like that we. So duplicate, right? Duplicate this scene, but for this duplicate version, take out that outro. So you get this. That's alright. I'd probably change this in upcoming, of course, but I did want to actually include this here. I like that better. Add some hats. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, well, you can see how I play to make the next, however long this takes. I usually make a full track between 2 and 12 hours. It really kind of depends. This one, I think for the first hour, well, hour and 10. It's come a good ways, so stay tuned for the final, and appreciate any feedback. Thanks.